The United States has ordered the removal of 5,000 troops from Germany, initiating a sudden reduction in the largest American military presence in Europe. Armored convoys and logistical units are rolling out of long-standing bases, reversing a security posture that has remained largely permanent for decades. This withdrawal follows a diplomatic breakdown over the 2026 Iran war, coming just days after major European allies declined to contribute forces to the U.S.-led naval offensive. The shift signals that the American security umbrella is moving away from a guaranteed fixture toward a conditional arrangement based on immediate strategic alignment. The Pentagon's plan targets Rose Barracks in Vilseck, Bavaria, where 5,000 soldiers and their families are scheduled to depart within the next 6 to 12 months. This specific drawdown removes a Stryker Brigade, a high-readiness unit known for the mobility and rapid response formerly central to the defense of Central Europe. The order follows public sparring between President Trump and German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, who described the U.S. strategy in the Iran war as a humiliation for Washington. By targeting high-readiness units after a diplomatic rift, the administration is using basing as a primary tool of political pressure rather than routine force management. Beyond personnel, the Pentagon canceled the deployment of a long-range fires battalion, halting the arrival of Tomahawk, SM-6, and Dark Eagle hypersonic missiles in Germany. These U.S. systems were the only immediate counter to Russian intermediate-range missiles in Kaliningrad. Their cancellation creates a capability gap that leaves European territory exposed to those batteries. With indigenous European long-range systems not expected until 2030, this move leaves a 5-year window where the continent lacks a credible conventional deterrent. In response to the withdrawal, the U.S. Congress has hardwired a statutory floor of 76,000 troops into the 2026 National Defense Authorization Act to prevent a total retreat. Currently, there are 85,000 U.S. troops in Europe. This 5,000 soldier cut brings the total to 80,000, staying legally within the NDAA's requirements. However, the president warned this reduction is merely the beginning, stating he intends to cut way down beyond this initial wave. If the administration attempts further cuts that breach that 76,000 troop floor, it will trigger a constitutional struggle between the executive's role as commander-in-chief and Congress's power over the budget. Outside of military circles, the withdrawal is creating an immediate crisis for the local German communities that have hosted these units for over 80 years. Data shows every withdrawn soldier results in 0.53 local civilian jobs lost. This 5,000 troop cut will eliminate over 2,600 positions. For Vilseck, a town of only 6,500, losing an entire brigade guts the local tax base and forces remaining residents to pay higher property taxes. The reality of the withdrawal is that high-level diplomatic friction is translated into long-term economic devastation for the communities built around the American military presence. The era of unconditional American military protection in Europe is transitioning toward a leaner, more transactional partnership. As these units return to the United States, Europe is assuming the full responsibility of its own defense, an independence that arrives while the continent is still building the strike capabilities needed to replace the U.S. umbrella. Thank you for watching. For more on the changing security architecture of NATO, like this video and subscribe to the channel.